How's it going, everybody? It's Josh with Be Known Advertising here. It is Friday, and this is your weekend inspiration. Yeah, every Friday I do these videos, so I've got a lot of new followers, so thank you guys for checking that out and watching my videos. I really appreciate it. So today I want to talk about starting a routine as well as a habit. Now, those two, I feel like they go hand in hand because if you start a habit, it creates a routine. So I've looked up a little bit of information on this stuff, and I remember hearing in it, and even in this article that I'm going to kind of quote from over here, it says a lot about the whole myth of it takes 7 days or 21 days to form a habit. And it really is just a myth. It was from some book that got put out, and it was the psychology of how long it takes to form a habit. And they had mentioned 21 days for the most part. And that kind of blew up and people ran with it and believe it's 21 days. So this article that I have here, and I went and researched a whole bunch of stuff before I did this. And it says here that it typically takes 18 to 254 days, 18 days to 254 days to form a habit. Now, the reason I think forming a habit is, really, really good, and obviously we want to form a good habit, we're not talking about bad habits here, is if you form a habit, it really makes your routine simple because it's a habit. So if you get into the habit of doing something all the time, you've now formed that as a routine, or placed it in part of your routine that it's, something that you need to do. And this article goes on to say some stuff about it. The studies concluded that on average, it takes 66 days to form a new behavior that becomes automatic. So that automatic behavior, which is the habit, then fits into your routine. Now, I don't know about 66 days. I've always said that, if you can do it for 7, you'll start to then go, hey, I want to do it. You're going to keep that habit up a little bit more. You can break it really easy. So let's go with working out. If you work out for 7 days straight and then you stop for 3, it's really hard to get back into it. But for another example, I always put our clients on a 30-day challenge when they have trouble doing video, and video is king for the stuff that we do right now. We want them to do video, and I have clients tell me oh man, I'm really not comfortable on video, Josh. What do I do? And I put them on a 30-day video challenge. Now, once they get past that 7 days, every single client that's taken that advice and gone on the 30-day video challenge has told me that once I got past day 7, it became really easy. It was in my natural routine, if you will, that I'd be going about my day, showing houses, doing this, doing paperwork, whatever. And I'd be like, oh, I really need to do my video for the day. Oh, I really need to do my video for the day. No matter what they were doing, it became kind of more of, clicked in the brain that they needed to do it. And then I've always been told that, after about day 20, day 18, day 19, that's kind of right in there with that 18 to 21 days, is that, they didn't think about it anymore. They just did it. It was part of the routine that they did. They kind of set aside a certain portion of the day routine to do the video. And so I would get told oh yeah, Josh, the first week was a little tough. I got it done. Then, after 7 days, I started getting to where it would click and I'd get that little reminder in my head that says, oh man, you need to take some time to do the video. And then as I started getting closer to that 21 days, I got to the point where I would just go, it's already there. It's time to do the video. So they set aside a time. And that's part of your routine. So let's take routine. What do? You get up in the morning, and I get up in the morning, I have to get my coffee going. I come and turn my computer on. I have email checks. I got to take the kids to school, come back and start going through accounts and doing what my routine is. Now I always try and get, some type of workout in between there. I've been back and forth with that, and it's my own fault of not setting that routine that I should get that work out in, say before I take the kids to school or right when I get back from it or something like that. That's my own personal growth. I'm working on it. But that's why I say it's a really, really good thing to develop that habit. Think about those people, that every single day they've got their routine planned and what they're doing. Well, they didn't just wake up one day and go, all right, I'm going to set this calendar block and this is what I'm going to do. I wake up, I make my coffee, I work out, I check emails from 8:30 to 8:45. And at 8:45, I start this, and they didn't do that. I feel like one of the best ways to get that routine dialed in is to form the habit. Now, if you're comfortable shooting videos in the morning, shoot your videos in the morning. Or if you're comfortable doing it in the afternoon, do it in the afternoon. But as you start to progress and do it more and more, and it becomes habit forming, it's going to fit into your routine where that's kind of the time of day that you'll do it every single day that you're doing it, or whenever you think about, hey, I need to do this. um, that's going to turn in from the actual thought to just an automatic thing. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I liked kind of the psychology of that. Now, just to kind of get a little bit more in depth on that, where I think that habit forming helps go into routine, is that you got the psychology of habit forming. Now, this is obviously not for good purposes, because this is from a doctor talking about bad habits. So they say in here, why it can be difficult to break bad habits is because it's when you have a habit, it's pleasure-based habits that are particularly difficult to break, because enjoyable behavior prompts your brain to release dopamine. Dopamine is the reward that strengthens the habit and creates the craving to do it again. So let's take that and kind of tweak it. Instead of it being like, a bad habit that is releasing the dopamine and it's your brain's reward, let's make a good habit that does that. And that's why you can get to see people that, are always working out. Once they created that habit, their brain is doing that and releasing dopamine, and they're getting their reward. So they constantly want to do it. They constantly get into doing it. I don't see that being as a bad habit. So I want to help develop my routine that it becomes rewarding for me to set up that habit and then, make that into a routine, which is for me, I want to, be able to serve my clients. I want to be able to land new clients and make money. There's my reward. There's my dopamine. Let's make some money. I want to make my clients happy and make sure their accounts are just rocking and rolling. So there's another reward of dopamine. I want to get my little workout on. There's some reward for some dopamine. I want to make sure that I have my every Friday video, but I am now starting to do a lot more. I don't post them all here. They go into different places. But they're actually rewarding to me in the fact that, like, when I post these Friday videos, I will run into somebody sometime during this week before next Friday. I'll run into at least 10 people that will, thank me for doing these videos and tell me that they really like it. And that gives me that dopamine reward. So I've created the habit. Now, every Friday, it's just really finding time to do it. I've tried to make it, an earlier and earlier process, but, I have, a lot of stuff on my plate that I have to do. So sometimes I can get these out, in the morning when I'd like to, but I honestly perform better and I like doing my videos more in the afternoon. So that's why they get posted in the afternoon. So here's a little thing on how to change a habit that I kind of liked. This is from Dr. Nora Volkow. I'm probably slaughtering that, but she says that the steps to become more aware of your habits. Let's see, let's read that again. Suggest that the first step to become more aware of your habits is you can develop strategies to change them. So basically, you become more aware of your habits so that you can develop strategies to change them. So this is all about, one strategy is to identify the places, people, and activities that are linked in your mind to certain habits, and then change your behavior towards them. So again, this is going towards kind of like, not good habits, but I think if you can take the context of it and kind of switch that over to a positive, thing, that it'd be very beneficial. So for this, for example, if you have a substance abuse disorder, you can deliberate about how avoiding situations where you'd be more likely to be around that substance. This can help you achieve your goal of abstaining from using that substance. So basically it goes on to talk about, like, hey, if you have a substance abuse problem with alcohol, then going to hang out at the bar with your friends probably isn't going to help you do that, break that habit. So to put the positive spin on that is, if you, let's say for my real estate people that are watching this, if this is a habit that you want to develop, is how to do more videos, or how to get more content, how to make more money, how to get more leads, how to get, more transactions closed, you should probably not hang out or be as interactive with the people that are in the same boat, as they're not really doing transactions. They're not really doing videos. They're not really doing, all this other stuff to really hype up their business and put it in that overdrive. If you want to obtain that habit, then you probably want to be involved in places where all those people are doing that habit. So that's kind of how I put the positive spin on that. So the bottom line here is that right here, hey, they even said it. The bottom line is it can take anywhere from 18 to 254 days for a person to form a new habit, and on average of 66 days for a new behavior to become automatic. There is no one size fit all figure. which is why this time frame is so broad. Some habits are easier to form than others, and some people may find it easier to develop new behaviors. There's no right or wrong timeline. The only timeline that matters is the one that works best for you. Oh, I like that. Let's read that again. There's no right or wrong timeline. The only timeline that matters is the one that works best for you. So I really like that part at the end of this article here. And it does go on to some more stuff, but we don't need the rest of that. That was awesome. That was a cool little thing right there. There's no right or wrong timeline. So if you're trying to develop a habit of, say, doing a video every day, or, a time frame of calling your leads or something like that, make it happen every day. And, put that call block aside or put that video time aside and, do it. But hey, if you drop the ball and a couple of days go by and you didn't do your routine, it's okay to start over and get that habit formed. It's okay to get it done. If, say, you're doing this and you're working on this, you've watched this video and you go, hey, I'm going to make doing this a habit, doing a video or doing, whatever it is. I'm going to make this a habit. And you have a partner that you're with that you go, hey, I really like what this Josh guy said. Let's do this. And you see them develop the habit faster than you. Hey, there's no right or wrong timeline, guys. Some people are going to get it faster. Some people are going to get it slower, and that's okay. Relate that back to something like alcohol. Since we already mentioned that before, some people can have a few drinks and be just fine, and they're not going to become an alcoholic. Other people, they're going to have a few drinks and they're going to spiral out of control really, really quickly. So, there's a spin on that for everyone. There is no great, perfect timeline. There's no right or wrong to it. The fact that you're out there doing it, I think, is what counts. So get out there, do it. Let's form some cool habits, whether it's, hey, I want to work out, I want to do this. And you know what? Maybe it's a whole bunch of them. You want to dial in your whole entire routine. Instead of trying to do the whole routine in one set, let's start with one piece of the puzzle and get that as a habit, which forms into an automatic routine, and then add the next one. So for me, I want to try and do that. I want to develop that. I get up in the morning, I have my coffee. That's an easy one. That's already routine. I want to get my workout in. And then I'll take the kids to school, then come back from that. And then I want to start going into, checking my emails, my call block time, all that stuff. I'm not going to be able to do that all in one shot and just wake up on Monday morning and go, here we go. Today's the day that I set my entire routine up. No, let's be honest. It's not going to happen. You have a higher chance of failing if you do it. So let's set up a habit that forms into a routine that's one step at a time. So let's get one piece of the puzzle knocked out. Then we'll move on to the next one. And pretty soon you'll start to receive your routine go on. And as you go along your day, your whole entire day will already be done before you even realized it. So one more piece of good advice that I read this week that I really liked was, you did not come this far to only come this far. Okay, so you guys get out there, crush the weekend. Everybody enjoy your Thanksgiving, your Thanksgiving week, your Thanksgiving weekend, depending on where you're at. Spend time with family. Be safe out there, you guys. I know there's a lot of different restrictions in different places. So, be safe, make good choices, and enjoy the time with your family. I will see you guys next Friday. Keep in mind, for everybody that's watching this that, is in the real estate game, I will be having some really cool Black Friday offers. I will also be having some really cool Cyber Monday offers, okay? So you guys look out for those. Hit me up if you want to get on them early. Check out our website at beknownadvertising.com. And if you guys want to see some more of the weekend inspiration videos, feel free to go to my YouTube channel. It's just search in the search bar, Josh Perrodin. I'm not putting any links on these guys. This isn't a sales pitch. Just check it out if you want to. I'd always appreciate a subscribe and a like, but there is a whole playlist that has every single one of these. I think there's some pretty valuable information in there for all types of businesses. But definitely we're really, really, really real estate focused. So it is what it is. And you guys get out there, crush it. And remember, you did not come this far to just come this far. So you guys have a good one. Okay. I'll see you guys next Friday.